It also allows you to start asking the questions, and I would challenge everybody when they have a thought in their head, where's that coming from? They're subconscious. We get in these ruts of patterns. And I think one of the first things is spend 5 or 10 minutes in your head a day and think of whatever thought comes in. Try and think where it came from.
And I would take it a step further, think where it came from and work on correcting it. Because a lot of the lessons that we absorb about our own identity and about life come from our early childhood. It's when you're like a sponge and you're absorbing so much stuff and you develop attitudes that get set and that create those patterns of
Yeah.
thinking. Actually,
Oh, yes.
literally can change the way
Yes.
you think, and you can change the connections in your brain by thinking differently, but you have to know where it's coming from in order to correct it. And then you need to go back and say, if I had this moment in time when I was young to have perceived things differently, what might I have perceived? And how would that change what I'm thinking today? And that can be very curative, and that requires solitude.
It requires no devices, no noise. It and the other thing, I think it also requires repetition. I
Mhm.
think it needs to be that practice of repetition to change that pattern. And we have to like peel back we've both heard the expression peel back the onion. I think it actually is referring to all those things, including including our perception of things as a kid. So we hang on to that for years into adulthood. When if that event had happened as an adult, we might not have thought of it in that way at all.
Right.
And so peeling back the onion with a little more wisdom and a different perspective on things is very helpful. Usually they are. And so it's getting back into that subconscious mind and putting healthier patterns in place to handle those situations and being able to let go of that.
And even if you're not someone who's inclined to do hypnosis, I think you can get a lot of traction in those areas by stopping and thinking about what are the messages that exist in your head around these things.
Was
Like,
like lickety
we
split.
sat down and ate dinner, and she cleaned the table, and she was out of the house in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So we learned to eat very quickly. It was something to get through, not something to savor. And but I know that that's the dialogue that I internalized about eating just because it's the environment that I grew up in.
Right.
I can change that. I can tell myself something different. I can tell myself meals should be savored and then try to convert that to a practice of savoring a meal.